Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters men's basketball program. In the center of our podium is head coach Josh Schertz. To coach's right at the far end is Jalen Steele. Jalen is a senior guard from Knoxville, Tennessee. Excuse me, Jalen is next to me. At the far end is Gerel Simmons. Gerel is a senior guard from Accokeek, Maryland. Coach will open with comments on a game that, coming out of the box, it looked like your team had good looks, took good shots, the ball just wouldn't fall, and then throughout the game you kept making runs, but it just seemed that Augustana always had an answer.
Yeah, you got to certainly want to credit them. They're an unbelievable team. I think I said in the press conference today, they're the best team I've seen on film my 8 years here at LMU that we've gone against. We knew we'd have to play our best game of the season to have a chance. And when you miss free throws like we did and shoot the ball percentage-wise poorly from the three-point line, I did think we had pretty good looks we've hit all season. We've been a pretty good free throw shooting team, and we got to Texas. I don't know if it's something here, but we just all 3 games we were awful from the free throw line. The other games we were able to survive it. Today we couldn't, and credit to Augustana because they continued to make shots, make plays down the stretch, and they hit a huge 3. Richter from the corner, the shot clock at the beating the buzzer there, Byer on that fadeaway. Jansen makes all 6 of his free throws, fouled in 1-on-1 scenarios. While the same token, we're missing, I think, 5 out of 6 free throws in that same stretch. So we never could get it to where we had enough game pressure on them to really turn the tide.
Gerel, we'll start with you. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Talk a little bit about you, if you will. You were down 43-38 at the half, and then coming out of the half, you guys made a little run to get started.
We just tried to come out of the half with more energy, and we tried to make a run, and we made a little run, and they made a run back, and that's kind of how it was throughout the whole time.
And Jalen, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 4 of 15 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. Talk a little bit about maybe offensively the struggles at times, but then at times it seemed like you guys were in rhythm.
Man, it was just we just couldn't make shots. Like Coach said, we was pushing the ball, we was trying to get our plays going, and we was missing easy bunnies at the rim, layups. We was missing easy shots. All the shots that we was making all season, man, it's just this game just didn't connect. But I mean, we just got to take it as a loss and regroup. So.
Questions for the Rail Splitters, Creighton?
Creighton Rams here, our sports coach. By the second half, you had a couple of key players in foul trouble in Dorian Pinson and Emmanuel Terry. I mean, would it be fair to say that kind of had an impact on your strategy there?
Yeah, it definitely hampered what we're doing. Dorian, gets 13, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and in 24 minutes, and Emmanuel gets 15 and 7 in 20 minutes. We just couldn't get them on the floor. I mean, they got fouls quickly. Obviously, both guys fouled out. I felt like we put them back in with about 7 minutes to go. We were down, I think, 7 or 8 at that point. There's no point in wasting them away on the bench. We were going to try to make a run and see if they could stay in the game. And Dorian gets a kind of not a bad foul on his part, not a bad call, but just a silly reach on a drive. He gets beat, and then Emmanuel's. I don't know that one was a great play by Emmanuel, I thought, but he gets he got a foul. He may have got him. It was hard for me to see. So, but yeah, that definitely you take 2 starters out, and that's going to hamper what you're trying to do. And so we were certainly trying to play through that. But we've all year kind of fought through things like that and been able to find a way. We just again through our poor shooting, but certainly more credit to Augustana for their great play.
Coach, David.
Coach, when it got to 82-77, about 3 minutes left, did you think if you guys could have gotten that one more stop instead of him hitting that 3, it could have been different down the stretch?
Yeah, I definitely did. I thought, we're right in business. We're a 5-point game, 3 minutes to go for the national title, and that was the biggest shot of the game. Richter's 3 there from the corner. They just stepped up and they made shots, and then Byer makes one a little bit later with the shot clock expiring. And in the same token, we miss a couple of good looks, and so you know, sometimes it's simplified. It's a game of makes and misses. You know, if that shot doesn't go in, if we make a couple more, if we shoot our free throws at our season percentage, you know, then we're probably ahead with 3 minutes to go, because we've been in the 70s all year long. And again, we were poor Thursday, we were poor Wednesday, and we were probably our worst percentage of the season tonight from the line. And we had good free throw shooters. You know, Jalen are guys that are. I think Jalen's in the 90s and Curtis Webb's in the mid 80s, and you know, for those guys to miss 5 or 6 of them is abnormal. You know, it just was one of those nights where shots didn't go in, and again, like I told them, no one's missing on purpose. You know, and I was proud of how we, you know, kept fighting, kept hanging in there, and I thought our guys, to their credit, you know, laid it all on the line. I mean, they have nothing to hang their heads about at all.
Great.
Coach, back to the first half for a minute. They hit 5 of their first 7 shots, and then your defense held them to about a 7.5-minute stretch to 1 for 11 from the field. Was that a confidence factor, you thought, during that period, or?
Well, I thought the first 4 minutes, a lot of our bad offense led to their good offense, if that makes sense. We took some horrendous shots in the first 4 minutes. I mean, we were just, I think, so amped up to play. Guys were just firing shots, and we had, I think, 3 or 4 possessions with not a single pass. Guys just jacking up crazy stuff, and then that led to long rebounds, led to transition, and gave them easy ones. Once we settled down, you know, from that 13-4 start, I mean, we were, you know, pretty much on even terms, if not better terms, the rest of the game. But you know, all the possessions count the same. But certainly, I thought defensively in the half court, I thought we were really good, you know, all game. I thought we guarded about as well as we could, you know, and they're hard to guard. I mean, you got you know, 2 consensus All-Americans, and Jansen and Schilling. You got Richter, who's an incredible player. You got, you know, I mean, the point guard's good, and Byers make shots. I mean, that's what makes them so good, is they can hurt you from all 5 spots. And you know, on our end, to compensate, we would have had to have at least a normal night from the field, and we just weren't able to do that. But defensively, I was happy with our half-court D.
Follow up for Gerel to that same end. After their little run, you score 5 points between the first and second media timeouts, and it seemed like you had things flowing. Talk us through that early stretch of first half.
I just like I said earlier, the shots weren't falling early. I tried to get in the rhythm through that little stretch, and I seen a couple go in and tried to sustain the rhythm. I didn't do a good job of that, but that stretch was, I did a good job during that little stretch just to get those little 2 shots going, but it kind of fell off towards the end.
Right here.
For 2 schools that aren't really anywhere near Frisco, Texas, it was quite an atmosphere. Can you share your thoughts on sort of the?
Yeah, it was. I'm, you know, so grateful to our fans. First, you know, obviously, Augustana traveled great. They obviously have a great presence here, and I'm so, you know, proud of our fans coming all the way from Tennessee and out here in droves. And not only were they here, but they were loud and supportive. We were outnumbered significantly, but they did a great job. I thought it was a great atmosphere for a championship game. It was loud, and guys were you know, the fans were terrific. And so I think both schools certainly deserve a lot of credit, because obviously have tremendous loyal fan bases, and that probably could be credit to the kids on both teams, because you know, I think you know, it's easy to root for great kids. You look at Augustana's kids, and you look at the kids in my locker room. I think there was a bunch of great, you know, high character people, terrific kind of student athletes that epitomize what it's about, you know, out there competing for a national title.
Any more questions for the Rail Splitters? Well, gentlemen, it was an outstanding season, and it was a very quality tournament run. Congratulations.
Thank you.